Hi guys, welcome back to my classroom. My name's Ivy and I am a special ed teacher here in Northern California, and today is going to be day 1 of my classroom setup. So let's go ahead and start with just a quick classroom tour so that I can show you where I'm starting out. And then we need to sit down and chat a little bit because I'm having a little bit of a dilemma this year on where to even start with this classroom setup process. So I think I need to kind of sit down and talk through it and come up with a plan. But first, let me turn you around and kind of show you where things are at right now. So my class currently is kind of set up for the summer school program that we're doing right now. So I came in and just kind of arranged furniture so that it was out of the way. And then I have like not all, but I have some wall decor, like things that were just left over from last year that I never ended up taking down. All of this kind of stuff is summer school stuff. But I have my like computer area over here. I have our vocabulary for summer school set up here. These bookshelves have a different place that they're going to go. They just can't go there yet. This is kind of our little workstation for summer school. And then all of the rest is still kind of packed up. I do have my like teacher area, my little teacher station set up somewhat over here. Just pulled out a few things to be able to use for summer school, but right now the room is pretty bare. We did have to remove everything that was like at the ceiling level. So basically like anything, I think it was 14 inches below the ceiling, had to come off the walls for good at the end of last year. So I took stuff down. I didn't take everything down. I just kind of left stuff where it was, but I do plan to kind of take all of this stuff that's still left over on the walls and remove it and completely start over once I get to the point of being ready to kind of like work on walls and that kind of stuff. But this is where we're starting. Let's go ahead and have a seat over here and talk about why I'm kind of struggling with getting started. Okay, so the reason that I am having a little bit of a hard time deciding where to start with the setup process is because I still have kids for 2 days of summer school in the mornings. Today is Wednesday, and my kids for summer school have already left for the day. It's about 12:30 right now. So I'm kind of ready to get things going. And I was planning to work like kind of little pieces here and there throughout summer school in the afternoons to kind of start getting stuff sorted and set up. But the issue that I'm having is normally the way that I would normally set things up is I would kind of arrange furniture and get all of that where it kind of needs to go. And for the most part, that stuff is kind of arranged at the moment. There are a few things that are going to change once summer school is over. But I'm the kind of person that I would typically pull everything that I want to sort and reorganize and come up with new systems for. I would pull everything out and just cover all of my tables, take everything out so that all of the shelves and the bookshelves and everything is a blank slate, and then start putting things away from there. But with having summer school kids for a couple more days coming in the mornings, I can't really do it that way. So I just have been a little stuck with where to start. Now, I do have 5th graders for summer school. So if I pull stuff out and put it over here, like on my counters or on some of the tables that we aren't using for summer school, I know that they won't mess with it. I'm not really worried about that. I don't know. I think because I can't do it the way I normally would, I'm just having a hard time getting started. But today is Wednesday. We have 2 more days of summer school, and then our teacher work days start on Monday, and our kids start next Thursday. So I need to get it moving. I've kind of been sitting here for a little bit trying to think about what I can do, where I can start. And I think what I want to do is to go ahead, let me kind of flip you around here and show you. I think I want to go ahead and start by pulling all the materials and things that I shared in my classroom haul videos, which I'll link down below for you if you didn't get a chance to look at those. I did kind of go through all of the new materials that I purchased for my classroom this year, but I think that I may want to start by pulling everything out of here, as well as out of these drawers and off the shelves over here, because none of this stuff is being used for summer school. So if I start pulling that stuff out and things don't get put away, that won't be in our way for summer school. Our station for summer school is kind of set up over here. So I'm thinking that's where I want to start. And I think what I want to try to do as I pull things out is organize things. So organize things that are going to go into my resource cabinet, organize things that are going to go into my supply. I want to use these drawers over here for supplies for students, and just kind of sort things into groups. And then I want to take everything that's in any kind of like bin or storage container and take everything out of those and stack storage containers maybe on the table over there, because I need to reorganize a lot of our materials for the classroom. And before I start doing that, I kind of need to see what storage stuff I have to work with. So I think that's going to be my plan for today. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling stuff out and sorting. That way, if there are things that are not mine that were left here that I just didn't have time to deal with last year when I set up, I can throw some things away and get things sorted, get storage containers separated, so that I can start figuring out how I want to organize things and getting it back into cabinets. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and put on a podcast, and I will speed you guys up so that you can kind of watch the chaos of me going through my cabinets. All right, guys, so here's the thing. It has to get worse before it can get better. So I'm going to turn you around and show you how I have sorted things so far, kind of where I'm placing things, what categories, and then I'm just going to keep pulling everything out of these drawers and get them into these little categories so that I can start then sorting things and putting them away. Okay, so I've gotten as much as I can out of like these 2 cabinets here. These 2 cabinets are behind my desk. And I did get rid of the teacher desk that I had back here last year because I was literally only using it for storage. So I want to try to put some of that like desk kind of stuff either in these drawers or on these shelves. This is kind of as far as I got because there's like random books up here that aren't mine that I didn't use last year. There's like curriculum and resource books here. Some of my like testing stuff that I need to sort through. And there's just other random stuff that was left in here that I just didn't deal with last year. I just kind of left it in there. So I'm not really ready to deal with that yet. Over here on the counter, I've just been laying out all of the new kind of like resources and things that I got for the classroom this year that I just am not sure how I'm going to sort yet. So I figured if I lay it all out, then I'll be able to see what I have. I'm also going to start pulling everything out of these drawers, throwing stuff away, putting stuff up that I want to save so that I can see what's what and see what I have storage wise so that I can decide how I want to sort all of that. And then on this table, I just have been putting like decor kind of stuff, like stuff that's gonna go on the walls, some pictures and things that I made, some borders and stuff that I got this summer. And then over here on this table, I've been putting all storage things. So I just have been emptying things out. There's a couple new things here too. But that way I figure if I have all of the storage options empty, and then once I'm able to get everything sorted, then that'll give me an idea of what I have to be able to store stuff in. I did start putting things like books, new books, and new like curriculum books over here, but this area is not going to be my bookshelf anymore for kids books. I'm gonna use this kind of as my like small group area, but I know that's where it's gonna go eventually, so I just went ahead and put it there for right now. And then over here behind my desk, I have a mess. I have, oh my gosh, I don't even know what all of that junk is. Most of this stuff over here is like my desk stuff that I now need to figure out how I'm gonna sort in these cabinets. But this is kind of where I'm at right now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going with sorting the way I have been, pulling stuff out of the drawers and just getting everything out so I can see what's going on. And then I will check in with you guys in a little bit once I have an update for you. Hi guys. Okay, so it's a couple hours later. It's like 3:15 now. And let me show you what I decided to do. So I went ahead and cleared out as much as I could of these two cabinets. So all the books that were up here, I kind of went through, created a box of books for someone else. And then I did move all of my like binders and workbooks and things that I just don't think I'm going to use this year up to the top, but that I'm not really ready to get rid of. I think what I'm going to do is make this cabinet for my like office stuff. Use these filing cabinets down here for teaching stuff and just like my office stuff that used to be in my desk. And then I think I'm going to use this big cabinet here for my like resource library once I get that sorted. So I've made pretty good progress there. I now have something like cleaned out where I can put things. Sorry, my battery died. Anyways, what I was saying is I think that I'm gonna spend the rest of the day today kind of trying to sort out and organize my desk situation, because I am still teaching summer school, so I need to be able to use this space over the next couple of days. I'm probably gonna be here for another hour or so. It's about 3:45 right now. So I think I'm just going to try to bust out all of these supplies. I'm going to use the top drawer of this filing cabinet in place of like the drawers in the desk that was right here that I used to use. So I'm just gonna go through and sort, and then I'm probably gonna call it a day for today. Now about 4:45, and I've just kind of been sitting here organizing my desk space and putting some extra supplies that I don't need to like be able to grab all the time away in the cabinet, but I'm kind of running out of steam. So I think what I'm gonna do is handle the rest of what's on this table, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. I do still have everything over on the counter over here and I have everything, like all the sorting materials, all the little bins and stuff over on that table. But that stuff can stay out when my summer school kids are here. So I think I'm going to finish this up just because it's a huge mess and call it a day for today. And then tomorrow I'm going to work on sorting all of the student supplies, all of the resource library materials. So I will bring you along for that tomorrow. Oh, let me show you. Actually, I'm not quite done with it yet, so I think I'll show you tomorrow. I kind of had to get a little creative with how I'm storing my desk kind of stuff, but I do have my cart that I'm going to use for materials too, so that I can bring it to different places in my room. My husband's going to help me finish putting that together this weekend probably, so I'm kind of holding off on that for now. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day for today, and I will see you back tomorrow for more sorting and organization. Bye! Hi guys! So it is now Thursday. It's about 11:30 right now. I just finished up with my summer school kids and had a little lunch. And now I'm kind of sitting here thinking about what I want to try to accomplish today, because we did find out yesterday that during our work days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we don't really have any time to work in our classrooms. So I need to kick it into high gear and get myself ready here. I did work a little bit more today while my summer school kids were working on their projects, on just pulling things out of these drawers over here, throwing stuff away that I know I don't want to keep, and kind of organizing stuff over there on the counter. So the drawers that I wanted to empty out are now emptied out. The cabinet that I want to use for resources is now emptied out. So I think that my plan today is going to be to get everything that's kind of left sorted and put away as best as I can. I do want to create some labels, like supply labels, that I can put over here on the drawers so that the kids know where to find scissors, where to find crayons, where to find colored pencils, things like that. And then I'm also gonna print out and laminate some like circle, like, you know, the red circle with the cross out, so that they know which drawers are not for student supplies. So I would like to get that stuff sorted so that maybe I can work on those tonight and put them up tomorrow. I also need to, well, this is where I'm kind of stuck a little bit, because until my summer school kiddos are done tomorrow, I can't really rearrange my furniture. And until I rearrange my furniture, I can't do my bookshelves. I can't really start working on my small group area until I've moved my bookshelves. So I need to wait on some of that until tomorrow. And then once I get furniture arranged and all of that, then tomorrow I'll also be able to work on like my walls and all of my decor and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that my objective for today is going to be to get all of this stuff over here on the counter sorted out, put away, given a home, given a label so that I know where things are, so my kids know where things are. I did already go through all of these drawers. Some of the stuff, like this whole row of drawers, is just gonna stay where it is. There's art supplies, construction paper, tissue paper, all of that. Those are gonna stay. I cleared out all of the middle set of drawers because that's where I want to put most of the kids' supplies that they are allowed to pull from directly. And then I think with these drawers, I'm going to use the top one for their cups, because I want, since they're in here for such a short amount of time, I want them to be able to have a cup of water to bring over to small group table so that we're not constantly getting up and down for drinks. So I'll just have them labeled, and I think they'll kind of be set out in that drawer since the sink is right over here. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to get all of this stuff kind of inventoried, labeled, and put away. I have not yet pulled out what was on these shelves or anything out of this cabinet, which I want to completely empty out so that me and my new paraprofessional can use it for, here, let me show you, so that we can use it to actually like hang up our coats and things. I'm going to create like a shelf for me for my purse, my bag, and so that she can have a shelf as well, and then maybe some storage things up here. But I kind of want to be able to use this. This was just used mostly for storage last year. So I think that's what I'm going to work on. Start pulling everything out of here and here. I did get this cabinet pretty well organized. So this one is just going to be like all supplies that are for me to grab from, but that I don't really plan to use very often. Most of these books I won't really be using. I have like my laminator and a little paper cutter and some stuff that I'm just not ready to put up yet, put out yet, stored there. And then I did move a fair amount of stuff over in this area. So like this is all sorting stuff. I haven't plugged in lamps yet. I don't know where I want to put those this year. And then as I was going through, I just pulled out like more books, new books, like my Bob books that I'm going to use. There was a set of some whiteboards, new curriculum stuff that I'm going to be using for intervention groups. And I'm planning on storing this kind of stuff, like my curriculum stuff, on this bookshelf, because this is going to be behind my small group table. And then I'm going to move my books, so my like library, into these shelves. But these shelves are going to move once summer school's over. So I just kind of have to wait on that for now. So I think that's going to be the game plan for today. I feel like it's pretty reasonable that I can get that stuff done. And then that way tomorrow, once summer school is done and over with, I can move furniture, I can do my walls, make a couple copies for things that I'm going to need those first couple days of school. But I'm feeling a lot better about where I'm at today than I did when I left yesterday, because I just felt like there was so much to do and no time to do it. And then we got that email kind of saying that we're not really going to have much time to work in classrooms once we start our PDs next week. So I'm feeling good. I am going to go ahead and make myself some coffee. I did myself the gift this year of buying an electric tea kettle and a French press so that I can make coffee at school. So I think I'm going to get myself some coffee and go ahead and get going. Okay, so now it's time to get busy. This creamer that I grabbed for school for this week is like a macadamia nut creamer, but it's chai flavored. So it's very like fall. It's giving me lots of fall vibes. So anyways, I think I'm going to put some Gilmore Girls up on the projector so that I have some background noise. Gilmore Girls is kind of like my fall show that I come back to every year. And I think what I'm going to do is finish pulling the rest of everything off of these bookshelves and out of that other cabinet. that I showed you guys, so that everything will be out that's going to come out, and then that way I can start sorting things and putting them away, kind of giving them a new home. So let's get going. So it is now about 4:30. I haven't picked you guys up in a while because I've literally just been like sorting and cleaning stuff out, and it wasn't the most exciting thing to watch, but I've pretty much hit a wall for today. I need to take a break, come back tomorrow fresh, but I wanted to give you guys just like an update of the progress that I've made and what my plan is for tomorrow. So I've been working on sorting out everything from these shelves and the things in these drawers that weren't gonna stay in these drawers, which I've gotten done. I did realize that I can use some space on one of these shelves once I get them positioned over here for like my games and some math manipulatives and things that I want to have out and handy, because these shelves here are going to be blocked off kind of, and this area is going to be my calm down corner, so I can't really use those shelves for supplies, but these two shelves are going to kind of go like in an L shape here to create a little privacy space, and they're going to be facing outward. So yeah, so I realized that I can use one, I'll probably use one of them for books and then one of them for games, puzzles, and the math manipulatives that we use often. So I just kind of stuck those there for now. I will be able to move that stuff around tomorrow. So I'm just kind of in a place now where until I can get furniture moved, I'm at a little bit of a standstill. I did get this cabinet cleared out for the most part, and this way I can have like a place for my stuff. I can have a place for my Para to put her stuff, a place that we can hang jackets and stuff in the winter. This was just a bunch of junk in here, so I got that cleaned out. I have so much trash that I'm gonna need to deal with at some point, but I'm just gonna kind of leave that stuff there for now. I may have to go this weekend and get some more like little sorting bins for these drawers so that I can put like my crayons and markers and things like that in there. So we'll see. I'm gonna work on that a little bit more tomorrow. And then I mostly have been working on my resource cabinet. So I kind of have gotten this organized. A lot of this stuff was the stuff that I shared in my classroom haul video, but I did just kind of stick things away for now so that I know where they are, so that once I'm ready to start pulling them out and, you know, putting them in my calm down corner, putting them over in my small group space, I'll have that stuff sorted and ready to go. And then, unfortunately for me, my small group space is kind of become the dumping ground. So I still have a ton of bins. I've saved a lot of this stuff out because I'm gonna need to sort like books, curriculum, that kind of stuff. But the thing that's kind of holding me up is until I can get those other bookshelves moved, I can't really move like my this kind of books and stuff, because I'm gonna put my small group materials here. So basically, until I can rearrange furniture, there's no point in continuing to move stuff around just to move it around. So this feels like a good stopping point for today. Tomorrow will be, once my summer school kids leave, I will be able to do everything else. So tomorrow I'm gonna be able to move furniture where it's gonna go so that I can start sorting the stuff that I've been waiting on. I can start taking down basically everything on my walls so that I can put things up. So tomorrow's gonna be a pretty big day and kind of the day that I've been waiting on. Whoops. So I may do a separate video tomorrow because there'll just be a lot more stuff to see. And then I may or may not end up coming in over the weekend. We'll see. I do want to get caseload stuff at least ready as I can for gen ed teachers so that I can give them their IEP and 504 folders at the beginning of next week so that they have a heads up on my kids and kind of know what to expect with them. But yeah, for today, I need to go home and come back fresh tomorrow. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. The next video that I'll have as far as classroom setup should be more exciting. I'm going to show you kind of the whole process of rearranging furniture. I'm going to take you along as I set up my small group area because that's a pretty important area in my classroom, and how I do my walls and my bulletin board. So I think that'll be a separate video. Please subscribe so that you don't miss out on that one, and I will see you next time.